All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another 5K Tennis podcast. It is still, as I always say, very young in the 2019 ATP and WTA seasons, and we are already on our 14th show. Let's go! So pumped up about today.
I'm pumped up.
I'm incredibly pumped up about today.
I want to bet, but I won't say what it is, so.
Yeah, we had a personal bet. We won't get into all that. We'll keep it elementary.
Yes.
But
I won.
She won a bet. Winning one bet is something to be proud of.
It was a good match though, because it knocked someone out of your fantasy group.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. But let's go. Come on, let's have a good show today, a positive day, and that applies to everyone. I lost more people on my fantasy team yesterday.
So did I.
Than I've lost in a lot of years in one day. I always do not the best when it comes to the Australian Open Fantasy League, but I think Arvis will know that. But
I think he lost a few people too. Tono is the one that's ahead of all of us.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, and we'll discuss that a little bit later. So I will place a link above for the last show in case you missed that or you're new to this channel, because all of these shows are direct continuations from the previous day's shows. That is, comments, topics, matches, and so forth. Again, during majors, we do shows every day, and during non-major times and end of the season times, etc., we usually do them every other day or every 3 days. But this is major time, so we're grinding it out until this major ends. Let's go! All right? So we have a special sit-in guest today, and this is R2, by the way, not R2-D2 like in Star Wars, but this is R2. This is Rajesh Jr., hence R2. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link above for when our youngest son, our 5th child, actually unboxed R2. This was a gift from Rajesh Kumar, big part of the show. Love you, bro. This was a gift to my youngest son, and just so he can say hello. Pretty nifty.
Good beat.
All right. So welcome to the show, R2, and thank you very much, Rajesh, for giving us our now 6th child, and that is R2. Man, packing them in over here. Got a basketball team and one on the reserve. Let's go. All right, so moving forward, so a big shout out yesterday to the following people that were heavily involved in conversations on the telephone, commentary, and other platforms that we have. Number one, to Yvonne Gallup, a really inspirational coach, fine coach at that. In the California area that spent a lot of time with us on the phone yesterday.
She's in the Bay Area. Yeah, great conversation with her.
Yeah, great conversation, and we will have topics that Yvonne and us spoke about yesterday after the Australian Open ends. Big shout out to Ivor Savage, the owner of YTEX Strings, who actively supports us in our tennis games, the show, and our family life, etc. So thank you very much, Ivor. Wainam Chi, a long-time viewer, long-time supporter. He's 12, 13 hours away in Singapore and is a big Nadal fan with CARLA. Rajesh Kumar, who we just mentioned, thank you very much. Dave Raines in Cincinnati. Love you, bro. Played a lot of tennis with Dave over the past couple of years and like a brother. Thank you, Dave Raines. Arvis. Arvis and I have chatted or basically known one another for almost a decade now. A great conversation yesterday, Arvis. Simone Simonovic, Alexa Radunovic, and Simone Simonovic. I think I may have just said that.
Yes, you said it.
Furzy09, Millennium 13, Constantine, all these people. Stefan Nizovic, all these people that we had conversations with yesterday. And my 81-year-old father, who always helps us out with some different fun segments during our show. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you very, very much. We had an active day yesterday, and we are going to proceed forward with another active day today.
Yes.
Come on. Let's go. All right, so moving forward, so check out the link below in the description field for the link to YTEX Strings, and that is www.ytexstrings.com. and they have apparel as well, which I love that shirt.
Check out their also their group on Facebook, YTEX String Official Group. They might as well check that out because there's a lot of tips in there about different strings. You know, if you're not unsure what tension or how to mix your strings, or if you have students or you're a parent, check their site out.
An amazing company that not only has quality products and second to none customer service, but they make your purchases and what you are looking for very personal. To me, it's a paradigm shift in the tennis business. You're not just an order number, but you're a person. And I think that is absolutely applaudable. So thank you very much. Extremely professional, top notch. You can't go wrong. Check out the link I'm going to put above from our last play and string test, which was with Quadro Twist. We had a great time with that string. If you're looking for that extra or that next level of spin, that is a great string for you. I know my oldest son hits with it now exclusively. All right, so check out that string. I will put a link above as well for our January 2019 product unboxing. And I know we are about to receive another order already for our February and the next couple of months of product tests and so forth. So I'll put a link above for our January 2019 product unboxing so you know what's going to come in the not too distant future after the Australian Open ends and we get back to our play testing videos.
Yes.
All right. Furthermore, there will be a link above as well for the current string we are play testing. Even though we're doing this show every day, we're still on the courts every day. And Carla has found her favorite string to date after playing for many years, 3 decades. And she's found that in Hexagon X. So I will put a link above for the introduction to Hexagon X, but the play test and
we'll
string,
do it in the future, yes.
we will do that after the Australian Open ends. All right, so, all right, lovely Carla, this is my favorite part of the show, and we are going to break down the third round results from the Australian Open men's and women's, and the fourth round matches that will ensue, starting from the bottom half of the draw. The top half will take place tonight.
Right.
All right, Carla, my favorite part of the show, let's go. I'm ready.
All right, Petra Kvitova from the Czech Republic defeated Belinda Bencic from Switzerland pretty easily in 2 sets, 6-1, 6-4. Petra Kvitova is proving to be, a contender for the Australian Open, and she's coming back to form.
Kvitova's always someone that's going to be in competition to go deep in a tournament. This isn't a surprise for me.
Well, we were always wondering what was going to happen when she got stabbed on her left hand.
Now that was a really I wanted to say crazy. I don't think that's the most professional word, but yeah, that was a pretty crazy incident up there with who was it that
Monica
Seles, yeah, that had the tournament in Germany where
it could be a life career, ending.
Yeah, it's a whole mental deal,
Yeah.
but
Good
good job for Kvitova. It's not a shock she won this match. She should have won this match.
I was really stoked about this match. I've been talking about this young girl a lot. Amanda Anisimova defeated Arina Sabalenka in 2 sets, 6-3, 6-2. I lost Sabalenka in my fantasy group, but I'm okay with that.
Oh, you had Sabalenka too?
I did too, but I'm okay with that because I want to see American tennis advance, and this 17-year-old is proving to be the next star in American tennis.
Yeah, I this is one where I do agree with you, Carla. I had Sabalenka on my fantasy team, and I had Sabalenka going to the final to meet Serena, and I lost her. So that hurt me from a fantasy team perspective. I was actually shocked at how I watched this match. I was actually shocked at how well this young girl, Anisimova, played. The jersey transfer to Florida. I was actually speakless.
I'm happy for her.
She
looks like a tennis player. She looks sweet out there. She's got the height. She's got the game. She's got nothing to lose. And, good for her.
Yeah.
Really. And it proves that just because you won a tournament last week doesn't mean you're going to go far into the Grand Slam.
Still almost speachless the way that she dismissed Sabalenka.
She'll be facing Petra Kvitova, the veteran.
That's an epic match.
That's going to be a test.
That's going to be a test. I think if I had to guess here, but don't listen to me because this has been my worst. This has been my worst picking session ever. But I would take Kvitova here.
Well, you never know. She might shock us like Sharapova did. Our next match, we watched this match. Ashleigh Barty from Australia defeated Maria Sakkari from Greece, 7'5", 6'1". Good for this Australian player. I heard she was a professional player, so I'm happy to see her move in Australia.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't too aware of her cricket playing before we spoke to Yvonne Gallup, respectively. Thank you, Yvonne, yesterday. I've talked about Sakkari quite a bit this year. She's a strong girl, and I'm not going to get too deep into this, but 75%, maybe my percentages are slightly off, of Sakkari's ground strokes are coming off her back foot. And I know we have to hit on the run on the back foot, and I know that sometimes that we have to hit open, and that's part of the game these days. But 70% of the time, and don't yell at me if my percentages are off, but it seems like to me about 70% of the time, she sets up for her shot, and she finds a way to hit and lean back, which exposes her as that ball comes back to her. And here, Barty, with the cricket experience, like a baseball player, would you ever seen a baseball player drive a ball off his back foot on the plate? I think the cricket player took advantage of that and absolutely creamed her in the second set.
Good for her, because you've got Sakkari, who's a very muscular in the top, but she doesn't hit. I don't see her out blasting anyone out of the court. All right, next opponent. Good match, long match. Maria Sharapova from Russia defeated Carolina Wozniacki from Denmark. 6'4", 4'6", 6'3". I think you have her in your fantasy group.
Yeah, I have Sharapova on my fantasy group. I'm not surprised here. Sharapova attacks. Wozniacki tends to defend. Sharapova had a shaky set at one point in time during this match, but she continued to attack and capitalize. Good news for me, though, I get to keep my tennis racket, at least from one person that put in picks, because one of our tennis racket competition competitors had Wozniacki going to the final.
Well, this just proves that. To me, Wozniacki will be a 1 Grand Slam winner. That's it. So, Sharapova and Barty will face off.
Big match. I got Sharapova winning that, though, just from experience and just a stronger player. Well, what I saw from Barty was pretty strong.
You never know.
Never know.
Next opponent, Sloane Stephens from the USA, defeated Petra Marčić from Croatia. Tough match, 7-6, 7-6.
Tough match, no chocolate milk.
Milk helped her out. Maybe the chocolate milk helped her out.
No, I think the lack thereof helped her out. Sponsors are great, but she definitely wasn't drinking chocolate milk in this match. This was a tight match. Watched it. Sloane Stephens is dialed in, and surprisingly so. I have Sloane Stephens on my team as well.
Well, she has a pretty easy draw, so she should take advantage of this.
And good job, Sloane Stephens, for doing this without your longtime coach. It shows dedication to the game.
All right, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova from Russia defeated Alexandra Sasnovich from Belarus.
Ooh.
6-love, 6-3.
Ooh.
Good for the Russian. She's been around for a while.
I expected a tight match here. Alas, did not happen. Stephens will face Pavlyuchenkova, the Russian player, in the next round. I do have Stephens beating her, though.
I agree. I think Stephens should take advantage of this.
I think she'll beat her in straight sets.
Next match for the American. Danielle Collins from the USA defeated Caroline Garcia from France, pretty easily, actually. 6'3", 6'2".
Bravo.
Definitely. She's taking advantage of her first round win and keeps moving on. And also, she's proving to us that you can go to college and still have a tennis career.
Yeah, we mentioned, and that's very well said, too. But we mentioned yesterday that this was a coin toss match. Collins made it look like a heads every time she flipped it.
I like that.
She won this match convincingly. So, great job for Collins. An incredible job for Collins. She will meet a tough competitor next, though.
Yes. Angelique Kerber from Germany destroyed Kimberly Burrell from Australia. 6-1, 6-love. Destroyed her.
Great job for Burrell even being here at this point. Bravo to you. We have talked about Kerber and how she cares about nothing outside the game, not the bikini swimsuit editions, not necessarily her social media platforms. She's tennis. That's what she's about. And she showed that today.
I think it'll be tough for Collins to beat her. I think Angelique Kerber is in a whole other level. So, it'll be a good match to watch. I have Kerber going to the finals, but I'll be pulling for Collins.
Yeah, I think Collins will come to the end of her road in this match.
But a good road.
I think we'll see Kerber and Stephens eventually.
Okay.
All right, let's go to men's. Let's roll.
This was a long match, finished about a few hours ago. Marin Cilic from Croatia defeated Fernando Verdasco from Spain. Verdasco was up 2 sets, 4-6, 3-6, and then Cilic came back 6-1, 7-6, 6-3.
Digging deep for sure. This is one of those typical Croatian men digging deep.
I was actually cheering for Verdasco. I'm like, come on, because someone had Cilic in our fantasy group. The only reason why.
I would have rather lost even worse than I did yesterday on my fantasy team than watch Verdasco win. No disrespect to Verdasco as a person. I just don't care for the guy. Again, I mean his game, not the guy. But I just don't care for his game, the attitude on the court, some of the off-the-court stuff, the U.S. Open.
Well, they both have
the U.S. Open stuff with Murray in the locker room and all the rest of this stuff. I just don't care for it. But who am I to judge? I don't know.
They're not, because both of them are bad. Both have done a few things.
I'm glad Cilic won this match. I thought he would win it in straight sets.
I
honestly.
did too. I was surprised. I was actually shocked that he got taken to
again, I don't mean to delve off into, Verdasco's some bad guy.
He's not. He's a great player.
He's a great player, good guy. I favor a lot of these players from this part of the world because of what that part of the world has been through and where a lot of these players are now at in their career. So I'm glad Cilic won this match.
Roberto Agut Batista defeated 4-2. Karen Kachanov from Russia in straight sets. I lost Kachanov in my fantasy group.
Look, when I started this fantasy team that I have this year, and some of you may not even know what I'm talking about fantasy tennis, but you have to pick players, 5 seeded players 1 through 16, 2 seeded players 17 through 32, and then 1 unseeded player. Or you can have as many unseeded as you wish. But I picked Kachanov over Cilic in this tournament based upon some prior tournament results. This goes to show you that young players, just because they may have won a tournament or have been hot,
they're not ready.
They're just not ready.
But you know what? Batista is proving to all of us that his win against Djokovic, he's still beating those big players, and I think he has a great chance against Cilic. Honestly, I do.
Yeah, with the losses of Sabalenka and Kachanov, Azarenka, my fantasy team is done. Good luck, Arvis, and the rest of this fantasy group. I think Cilic will beat Batista Agut, though.
Well, this match, we watched from the beginning to the end. We were jumping, screaming. He was screaming, and I won this bet. And I said it yesterday, that Stefanos Tsisitpas would beat Basilashvili in 4 sets. Well, I've heard many different pronouncings last night. So you say it one way, the commentators say it a different way. Who knows?
So this match was like a 6-3 first set for Stefanos.
Then 3-6.
Then 3-6, and then it was a 6-6 real tight tiebreaker, and then Basilashvili lost the 3rd set. And you could see when he came back out for the 4th set, he was deflated.
He was.
His skin, he looked like he saw a ghost. He just looked like he was done. He had a couple previous 5-set matches, and Tsisitpas looked like he was just getting more intense and more intense and more intense, and it looked like that 4-set Basilashvili faded away. I really thought Basilashvili would win this match.
I did not. I told Justin, you are seeing the next champion. This guy will be your next champion. He's got the touch. He can hit hard. He thinks out there. He's a fighter. Out of all the young guys, this will be the guy, in my opinion.
Now let's talk about who Stefanos Tsisitpas plays next.
His next is the champion. I picked Mr. Roger Federer to win the Australian Open this year. He toyed with Taylor Fritz from the U.S.
Now they had a close second set though.
But he toyed with him.
Well, toy yes, but it was 5-5 in the second set. And Fritz got down 15-40, and Federer capitalized at 30-40 for the game, and then took the set 7-5. The rest is history.
Taylor Fritz is improving, but with Federer, I mean, you can't go for forehands that are going to sail out. I mean, you have to think a lot deeper than that on the tennis court. And this just proved how behind American tennis is with Federer.
When we talk about Federer and these majors going this deep, everyone knows in this group that has followed this group or channel or family at this point for this long knows I am a devout Federer fan. My father and I saw Federer playing as a 17-year-old, just coming off juniors, and he wasn't even doing extremely well at that point, but we just loved his game, the way he was so fluid on the court and just moved like someone with the likes of the Budges and the Lavers,
I think
the Edbergs.
Well, Federer's going to see his young version of that in that next match, in my opinion.
The Tsisitpas?
He moves. He reminds me. Look, he plays with an Eastern grip. He can volley. He can slice. He can drop shot. He picks these shots that his opponent does not expect.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. See, she has seen players like Dolgopolov and Shapovalov and says they'll be number 1 in the world one day.
But we saw yesterday.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tsisitpas, he's got game.
He's got game. Tsisitpas has game, but what Federer has that Tsisitpas doesn't have is court conduct and absolute.
Sorry.
Have you ever seen Tsisitpas smash his racket on his face?
I've seen him.
You ever seen Federer do that?
He did it in his 20s, early 20s.
Smash his racket on his face?
No,
like
but
you
he used to smash rackets before
Wait a minute.
he became a champion.
I've seen Roger Federer smash one racket. I think it was at
Justin,
Indian Wells or something.
you
He
go
smashed one when he was wearing his
I'm
white
not
shirt
talking-
with the gray collar.
Justin, I'm talking about early in his career. Even he admitted that he used to be really bad on the tennis court, and he learned how to change that.
In my opinion, Tsisitpas, if you had a Federer at 20 years old and Tsisitpas at 20 years old, Federer would wipe the court
When
with
did
Tsisitpas.
Federer win his first Grand Slam?
Federer's what, 37?
When did Federer win his first Grand Slam?
Against Philippoussis when he was 21 or 22, Wimbledon final against Philippoussis.
21-22. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care. Tsisitpas isn't going to win a major
I
ever. Maybe one.
Mark that.
Maybe
Mark
two.
it.
You think he's going to win 20?
No, I think 20 is impossible.
So how is this even a comparable
I'm just
discussion?
saying, this will be your next... Look, when Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer are gone, this will be the guy to win a Grand Slam. A couple.
Oh, okay,
That's
but
what-
you're
I'm just-
talking
I'm
about
not saying
this is
he's-
going to be the next champion, the next Federer? No way.
I'm not saying he's going to be the next Federer. I'm telling you, this is your next champion right here. This is the future
Disagree.
of tennis.
Not the future of tennis. This guy?
Oh my gosh. Okay, who? Severev?
I've never seen Zverev like Mikhail Yuzny blast his racket on his face multiple
But
times.
you like Yuzny, right?
Yeah, I like Yuzny, but he never won a championship, but I never proclaimed he was the future
All right,
of
let's
tennis.
go to the next one. Let's go to the next one because this is going to keep going back and forth and wasting time.
What are you
on this.
talking about? All right, let's go.
Next is Francis Tiafoe from the USA defeated Andre Seppi from Italy in 5 sets.
That's a great
Good
win.
for
I
Tiafoe.
love the LeBron James basketball celebration at the end. You know, I love that. That pumped me up. Good job for Tiafoe. Shocking that he's even here. He has.
Well, he beat Anderson and he proved that he could win the next round. So good for you.
Let's go, Tiafoe.
Yeah.
Now he faces someone else on my fantasy team in the next round, though.
Grigor Dimitrov from Bulgaria defeated Thomas Fabiano
Expected.
from Italy in 3 straight sets.
Yeah, I think it was 7-6, 6-4, 6-4,
Yes,
something
yes.
like that. Good job, Dimitrov.
That'll be a tough match
This will
with
be a
Tiafoe.
tough match against Tiafoe. I think Dimitrov does beat Tiafoe, but don't listen to me because my picks this tournament are horrendous.
If Dimitrov is not putting his first serve in, I think that Tiafoe maybe he'll take him to 4 sets. Next match, I should have picked him, and why I didn't pick him, I don't know. Tomas Berdych from the Czech Republic defeated Diego Schwartzman from Argentina in 4 sets. He was down the first set, won the next 3.
Yeah, we watched this match. Berdych started off a little shaky, but ultimately the big Czech eventually pushed right through him. And good for him and his girlfriend or wife or whatever looked very supportive. So great job, Berdych. For me, you're one of the players like Tsonga that should already won a major.
Agree.
So who wins that match? Oh, we haven't talked about who he plays yet.
Rafael Nadal,
There
the
we
man.
go. Yeah.
From Spain.
I thought Di Minor had a chance.
Made Alex Di Minor look like nothing.
Look,
6-1, 6-2, 6-4, and I said this yesterday, and I think Wayne Chia also said this yesterday. No way, Jose.
yeah, for me, I just wanted to have Di Minor do, number one, something big for Australia, number one. But number two, I don't want Federer to see Nadal here. I just don't. I think Federer would win the match, but based upon that performance yesterday...
Well, he still has to get through Berdych, and remember, Berdych and Nadal have had a great few matches back and forth, and he would still have to go through Dimitrov.
Just like on my fantasy team, though, I have Dimitrov eventually meeting Rafa, and then Rafa winning that, and then Rafa eventually meeting Federer, and
I do as well.
oh my goodness, that's going to be a great match. All right, so we're done with the draws?
Yes.
All right. Awesome job as always, Carla, on your draws. I know sometimes...
Obviously, from that little heated argument we had, you know he's a huge Federer fan.
Yeah, I know sometimes we get kind of fisticuff when we talk about Federer and Nadal, and I like Djokovic too.
Hey, I love them all. I mean, I do. Nadal would be my number 1, Federer 2, and Djokovic 3.
But no matter how hard we battle it out, we do have boxing gloves over here. She has a green pair, and I have a black pair. That's no joke. They're in a box right there. But we box it out too. I actually have a video of boxing. I would put a link above, but I don't know where I would even find it. But there is a link there.
We battle it out more on the tennis court.
Yeah, we played yesterday actually. The Hexagon X was nice. And by the way, that YTEX shirt, it looks incredible on you. Woo!
Good. I should have wore it last night while I was cheering for Tsisitpas.
Extremely lovely as always, Carla. And you even fire me up more when we battle here. Let's go. Man. All right. All right, so we're going to move forward. Thank you again, Carla, for your awesome research on the draws. We're going to move into our health tip of the day, and this is a continuation from our last 2 shows. I brought up 2 shows ago, if you were born on this planet and you came with an instruction manual, like our appliances do, or our racket stringing machines do, that tell us how to care for things. And then if we follow those the instructions, then we will have longevity out of the product. Well, this product is a human being when they come on this planet. So yesterday, we had the first paragraph written by...
The day before yesterday.
Wasn't it Stefan?
Yeah, Stefanos.
So yeah, Stefanos. He wrote the first paragraph, and that was, don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol, and never put money on Kevin Anderson. So when your baby's born, first, no drugs, no alcohol, and if Kevin Anderson's still around, don't put money on him, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
the Anderson part.
I also have it here.
So Carla,
be drug free.
Yeah, and I have it here as well. So Stefan, this one's for you. So my addition to this book are ours. We're going to put in paragraph 2 of this instruction manual. Here it goes. It's more mental. Never pass up an opportunity. Yes, do we have opportunities in life? And sometimes those opportunities do not work out. But I can't tell you how many times in my 41 years of age that I look back and tell myself, I wonder what would have happened if at least I would have entertained that opportunity. In other words, hey, you want to come work for us? Or hey, do you want to come do this or that? Well, you know what? I'm not quite sure if it's the best time. Anyway, I'm just making up a metaphor, but how many of us wish there was something we could go back and do in life where the door was open, but we never even walked through it?
I've had many opportunities, I've closed them. And yeah, and you do look back and you're like, and you wonder.
And you just wonder.
So I would say go for it. If you have an opportunity, go for it.
At least try. And if you fail, you get up and you fight harder and you try again, right? Never pass up an opportunity, even if it seems too hard or it's just something not for you. Don't put yourself in the millions of positions or situations that all of us have where we never walk through the door. Right. Walk through the door. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And what doesn't kill you will make you stronger.
Very true.
Let's go. Walk through the door. Fight it out. And what happens, happens. But give it your best shot. That's my second paragraph. All right, so that's it, guys. Thanks again to all of you. Please remember that with all of you, Carla and I don't do this show. We would continue to talk like this no matter what, as we've done for many, many, many years, but we would just continue to do it in the kitchen while we cook, or dealing with the kids, or on the tennis court. Mm-hmm. But if it wasn't for you and your feedback, we wouldn't do it whatsoever, and that's a promise. So much love, vamos to all of you. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thanks as always to YTEX Strings, Ivor Savage, owner, who has looked out for us for a long time and continues to do so. Rajesh Kumar, Stefan Nizovic, Simon Simonovic, Wayne M. Chia, Alexa Radonovich, Yvonne Gallup, we love you. Millennium 13 Constantine, Greg Moya, who invigorates me to keep fighting.
We should put him one day on the show.
Furzy09, Dave Raines in Cincinnati, love you like a brother, and you know our family very well on a very personal level, and I mean in person on the tennis court here in Dauphin Island, Alabama. We love you, Dave Raines. Anyway, and there's so many more, so many more, but these are people that were just involved yesterday and the day before that I wanted to write down and give a special thanks to once again. Subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like our videos. That's how Carla and I grade ourselves. Without your feedback and thumbs up or gaining subscribers, that's like, why do we do this anyway? We have fun with it, but that takes a lot of time.
It does, yes.
Hours to write it, 30 minutes to record it, and then another couple hours to edit it. It's an all-day deal for the 30 minutes that you watch. So we appreciate the thumbs up, the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions. All right, so again, as always, the biggest thanks goes to Carla for putting up with myself, who can be rather intense, even though she's kind of more intense than I am. I don't know, maybe a little bit, maybe kind of give
it depends where I'm at, yeah.
For going with me down this road. I pulled Carla outside one day. Let's talk about doing a tennis show. Well, I don't know, I kind of doing it. I dragged her outside. We sat down. It was show 1 last year. You can check it out. I think it was pre-Wimbledon. I literally stuck a camera up, forced her to sit down, and ever since then, she's been on this road with me. So most importantly, I thank you, and especially for being the mother of my 5 amazing children.
Thank you.
All of which play the game, and all of which love it as well. See you tomorrow, guys, and as always, Carla says,
adios.